Hey church family, Kyle here, coming to you with Testimony Tuesday on a Thursday, because on Tuesday of this last week, just 2 days ago, I was in Wilmore, Kentucky at the Asbury University campus, where they've been experiencing an outpouring of the Spirit for now 2 whole weeks straight. So cool. That's not the subject of this Testimony Tuesday, but all I can say is I am so encouraged. I'm still feeling the afterglow of the glory of God that was so present on that campus. And I am truly believing, actually have a knowing in my spirit, that the good things that are happening there in Kentucky will make their way here to Austin, especially in the next generation. God is pouring out his Spirit on all flesh, but he's unusually making himself known to Generation Z and Generation Alpha. They were the primary recipients of the glory of God in this outpouring, which me, as a little father in the faith, is so happy about and is so encouraged. And I stood smiling for most of the time there as I was in Hughes Auditorium, experiencing myself the glory of God, but also watching the next generation come alive in God in a very, very real, authentic, profound way. So the first testimony is from our worship leader, Marissa Vasquez. She came in on Sunday morning not feeling too well. She was feeling body aches. It felt like maybe a flu or some sort of serious sickness was going on during pre-service prayer. We prayed for her, and within minutes, she testified that she felt so much better. And so we believe a gift of healing was released to our worship leader even this past Sunday. The next testimony is from another family in our church. The mother of this family had been experiencing tendonitis in their shoulder. And it had been pretty serious pain for the last 5 years. She's been experiencing tendonitis in her shoulder. My dad had a word of knowledge for shoulders being healed, and sure enough, she received healing right there on the spot. I don't believe anyone even laid hands on her and prayed for her. Her husband came up with tears in his eyes, testifying to the goodness of God that his wife had been healed on the spot right there in the service from 5 years of pain in the shoulder. Come on, Jesus. Testimony is from youth group last Wednesday. I had one of our young people come ask me for prayer after service because he had been in a car accident a couple of weeks ago. And ever since that car accident, he has had severe pain in his back, specifically around his shoulder blade area. And so since I was doing a message on the gifts of the Spirit, specifically looking at the gift of faith and even the gift of healing as I went through the study, I just simply asked the Lord for a gift of healing to be put in my hand in order to be released to this young man. Put my hand on his shoulder, simply prayed that, and then after the prayer, he starts moving it around and testing it out, and he's like shocked. He's got a shocked look in his face. He's like, the pain is not there. I'm trying to get it to come back, and he couldn't get it to come back. He was like, wow, this is real. So another physical healing, another gift of healing put into our hands to give away to the people around us who need it so much. And then last testimony is from our administrative assistant here at the church, Rachel Powell. She's been doing an amazing job helping us run things here at the church. But she, on Friday night, received prayer for healing in her wrist. Throughout the week, she had wrist pain. She actually had to wear a wrist brace on Friday while she was at work. And she was even having a hard time starting her car. Like that simple motion of starting her car ignition was causing her a lot of pain. She received prayer on Friday night at Nate's home group, and sure enough, the pain left, and she was so encouraged that God had touched her in her wrist. And so overall, church family, I want to encourage us. There seems to be a well of healing increasing. There's always been a well of healing because it's always in God's heart, but there seems to be increasing testimonies of God touching physical bodies. So let's take these testimonies as evidences that it's in God's heart to heal physical bodies, and he wants to do it again through each one of our hands. So just ask him for those gifts of faith, those gifts of healings to be released to people, and believe that he's really going to give you that good gift to give to other people as you step out in faith.